Hi there, everybody, and welcome to Stamping Fun with Donna. I'm Donna, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Today we're going to be showing you how to use one of the stamp sets from Sale-a-Bration, which is Darling Donkeys. Darling Donkeys is absolutely adorable, and there's no way you can make a card that is anything less than adorable when you use this set. This is a free Sale-a-Bration set, so that if you spend $50 or more before the month of February 2021 ends, then you're going to get this. You could choose this for free. There are a bunch of things you could choose for free. This is one of them. But I think this is just the cutest set, one of the cutest sets I've ever seen in my life. So if you want to go ahead and shop with me, you can go to www.donnabiderman.stampinup.net, or you can check out my website at www.stampingfunwithdonna.com, and I will be linking it down below, so you'll have that, and you'll have the blog post on this card linked below as well. But you can contact me there. But I do, and you can check out my host code there too, because if you spend $50 or more, you also get a free gift from me, which is the black matte dots. So I don't want anybody to miss out on this set because it makes the absolute most gorgeous cards. The other thing we're going to be using that is also a free Sale-a-Bration set is, or actually it's not a set, but it's a set of designer series papers, is the Oh So Ombre designer series papers. So we're going to be using that with this set today to make a really cute card. So let's head over to the stamping table and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've already pre-cut all of the papers. I'm not going to talk about the dimensions and sizes here, but you can go to the website, to the blog post on this, and everything will be listed there. And as I said, it's linked below. And by the way, if you like this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. And you can subscribe to my channel. And you can even ring the notifications bell so you'll make sure you'll get notified when I post new things. Now, what we have here is a card base that is basic white. And we have a piece of the Oh So Ombre designer series paper. So this comes in, this is Blackberry Bliss. There's also Rococo Rose, Coastal Cabana, and today we're going to be using the Granny Apple Green side. And then I have a piece of white to go on top like that. So what we're going to do first is to take this piece of white and run it through. I'm going to set the others aside. We're going to run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now, if you follow me, you know I like to call this the Big Boss, because we also have a mini machine that I like to call the Baby Boss. So what we're going to do here is to grab the plates that we need for the embossing folders. We need plate number 1 and plate number 2. So this is the Bricks and Mortar embossing folder. It's a 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the packaging that it comes in. 1 second, pull that up. There we go. And when you use these 3D embossing folders, you want to have the Stampin' Up! Logo up, and you want to have the hinge towards the machine when you run it through. So what I'm going to do is take the piece of paper and place it like, well, we want to have it up and down, and we want to see the bricks and mortar the correct way. So we want to do it this direction and place it like this. Place the hinge towards the front. That's not even. So let me get this a little bit more even so that it won't look like the bricks are falling over. And then what we're going to do is to place plate number 1, the embossing folder, and plate number 4. Now, I've told you before, you don't need to memorize that. You just need to look at plate number 1, has them all listed, and you don't even need to read because they show you as well. Plate number 1, 3D embossing folder, and plate number 4. Let me go ahead and put this aside because we are done with that for now. And take out this. And there is the bricks and mortar, which is just perfect. Okay, so we're going to have the white, and we're going to have the piece of Granny Apple Green Oh So Ombre paper on it, and then we're going to have the bricks and mortar on top of that. So what I'm going to do is to glue them using liquid glue. like so, which I left uncapped, so it's a little bit ornery right now, but it'll come out. There we go. And I'm going to place this right in the middle, like so. Beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is to take the gold trim. This gold trim comes from the Forever Greenery suite in the main catalog, and I'm just going to take that off. I've been trying to keep it on there, but I'll just take it off. And it's really beautiful, and it frays. It's supposed to fray. All you need to do is to hit it like this, and it frays gorgeously. So I'm going to take this and cut off a piece so that we can wrap it around here. And what we're going to do is to put a glue dot on the back here just to hold it in place. So let me take a glue dot and stick it right there. And now I can place this like this and wrap it around. You can see that I am trying to make it uneven so that the bow is going to end up on the side. So what I'm going to do here is grab that if I can get hold of it and put this here and make a little knot, because I find for this one, if you just do just a bow without a knot, it doesn't necessarily stay as well. So I like to do a knot first before I do the bow. Let me get that through there. There we go. And let me make sure this is nice and tight. There we go. And pull it together. Okay, and now I can go ahead and make a bow right here. See, I thought that was long enough, but it's a little bit on the short side. But I'll make it work. There we go. Okay, and now what we're going to do is to stamp the donkey. So here is the donkey. There are 3 donkeys. They're all adorable. I do have another card using this one to show you, but at the end. But all of the donkeys are really adorable. So what we're going to do here is to take our Memento Black, because we're going to be using the stamping blends. And the Memento Black works best with the stamping blends. So I'm going to go ahead and place Mr. Donkey right here. Don't rock it, just go up and down, but make sure that the ink transfers beautifully, and then you get this gorgeous image. So what I have here is I have some stamping blends that we're going to be using. Just a few of them. So I have the light and dark Rococo Rose, which I absolutely adore, and the light and dark Petal Pink. And then I have the light and dark Soft Suede and the Granny Apple Green as well. So what we're going to do now, I'm using the Granny Apple Green because it's in the card base itself. And so one of the things we all know is great about Stampin' Up! Is how it coordinates with everything. I'm going to grab my glasses. I like to use my glasses when I am coloring. So each one of these stamping blends comes in a light and a dark and has a bullet end and a brush end. And I'm going to be starting with the dark crumb cake, which I'm going to use to sort of outline the donkey. So just go along the lines that the Stampin' Up! Artists give you, because they know better than me where everything should go, like so, and a little bit up here, in here. And then what I'm going to do is to sort of make it a little bit more on the left-hand side than the right. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to bring it down his leg and this side, and then just make it a little bit thicker on this side. And I'm going to do the other legs, and like so, and then this side. And then what I'm going to do is the tail, like so, right where the lines are. Okay, and then I just think I want to just bring it over just a little bit darker here. All right, so now what I'm going to, you want to cover these up pretty quickly. Now what I'm going to do is to take the brush end of the light crumb cake, and I'm just going to blend them together like so. So just go where the white is and where the edges of the darker is to blend it in like so, and make it so that it's nice and blended and really adorable. I do like to have a little bit of white here and there, and I do like to have one side be darker than the other, which is why I made the left-hand side of him a little bit darker, and then down the legs, like so. And I think that he looks adorable. I might want to blend up here just a little bit more so that you don't see the lines as much, but it will move on you and it will fill in and make it less obvious when you put the lines. So now we have the, let's go with the petal pink next. So what I like to do with this donkey is to color his nose petal pink. So I'm going to just put in some petal pink here and along the bottom of his teeth and then his hooves. That's what I like to do with the petal pink. I think he looks so adorable. Okay, so now we're going to do the flower. So the flower is going to be done in Rose Rococo Rose. And we're going to, again, take the bullet end and just outline the flower like so. And now I'm going to take the lighter one and take the brush end and sort of swirl it in and make it all pretty together. And then the very last one we want to do is use the Granny Apple Green for the leaves and the stem. So I'm just going to do the stem. I have here the dark. Is that right? Or do I have the light? I have here the dark Granny Apple Green. And just do it like so to get a little bit of Granny Apple Green there. And look at how adorable Mr. Donkey is. Or maybe it's even a Ms. Donkey. Who knows? Now, these do not come with any dies. So we're just going to fussy cut for just a second. But it's really not difficult. You don't have to get incredibly close to anything. You just pretty much want to just cut them out and the flower out. And if you remember from kindergarten, you want to just move the piece of paper around rather than the scissors. I'm going to come back and get that part when I have a better angle and go right around this ear. Like I said, you don't have to get incredibly close. Let me tear that off. It'll make it easier. You just need to get, because it's okay if there's a white around it a little bit, because it's going on a white and you're not even going to see it. Let me get that little piece out there. I think I need to just, there we go. There it is. Okay. And now we'll come down this way around this ear, like so. Great. And around his hair. And again, I'm not going to worry too much about getting too close to the hair. I just want to make sure I don't snip off anything I want to keep. And then come around this ear and down like this. Great. Whoops. I could get that a little bit closer. And then down around his bottom. And I just want to make this a little more even because that's a little bit uneven. Come in from the side to get around the tail. And then more around the tail like this. And up the leg. And that's all there is to it. Now I did notice that around his tail it's a little square. So I'm just going to trim that off to make it a little bit more rounded. You could do between his legs if you want to. You don't need to, but I might as well just do it since we're here together. There we go. And now we've got Ms. Donkey. So I'm going to grab back what we had, and Ms. Donkey is going to go right here. So I'm going to grab the Stampin' Dimensionals and pop Ms. Donkey up using some Stampin' Dimensionals. So let me see if I can't grab some of these. When I'm doing these videos, I tend to do this rather fast. And sometimes I tear off the whole thing from the paper instead of just some of it. So I need to take the paper off the back and the front when I do that. But other than that, it doesn't matter. Let me put this here. Oopsie, get that correct. You want to make sure, though, that you don't see any of the Stampin' Dimensional coming out on the front. That's the only thing you want to make sure of. So I've got this one here too. And this one seems a little bit big. Let me grab that off. And let me just cut a little bit. You can also just use the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. That would work beautifully. But I don't have them with me right now. So I'm just going to cut that in half and place it here. And then I have another half a piece I'll put on his head near his ear. Okay, there we go. Now, we're going to place Ms. Donkey. There's a little, what is that? I don't know. Was that one of some of my, yep, I just, that was just some of my, nail polish. There we go. Put Ms. Donkey here, like so. Fabulous. I'm going to undo this. I think it's better just to have it just as, oh, that little piece of nail polish wants to play. Okay, I think it's better to have it without the bow, so I'm just going to have it without the bow. I think that looks better right here. Okay, and now we just need a little sentiment. So what we're going to do is to grab the sentiments, and let's see, we have hee-haw, you're the best, hi there friend, and it's your birthday. So I think we're going to use hi there friend and place this onto a block, which I have right here, and use the black and stamp it. I don't know if we can stamp it directly on the paper because it's got all of this, you know, it's got the brick and mortar on it now, so it's got texture to it. So I think we're better off just stamping it onto a piece of white like that, which came out gorgeous, and then cutting it out. Now, I'm terrible at cutting out things by hand. Most people would be able to do this, but I'm really bad at it. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut it out using my Stampin' trimmer and just cut it out like so. Fabulous. That's all we needed there. And we've got this hey there friend. So what we're going to do here is to just pop him up using Stampin' Dimensionals. So let me grab those Stampin' Dimensionals. They're right next to me. And pop up this sentiment like so. Great. And we only probably need 3 here. We don't need very many at all. And we're going to take this, and where do we want to place it? Do we want to place it on this end? Do we want to place it on this end? Ooh, let's place it up top and stick it underneath his ear, just a little bit underneath his ear. Make sure I get all that hair up. There we go. And place it right there. Hey there, friend. And then we're going to take the glue, the liquid glue, and I got some of the backing of the Stampin' Dimensionals we just used. So let me put liquid glue, making sure to get it over the gold trim so that it holds that down really well. And take this and place it right there. And look at that. That is such an adorable card. That's all there was to it. It really didn't take very long at all to do. It's just a beautiful, beautiful card. I also grabbed some rhinestones in case I wanted to use them. I'm not sure I do, but maybe let's take a look. If we open up these rhinestones, by the way, you can color them with the Stampin' blends. So if I wanted to take this, let's say I want to take this and to make it granny apple green, I just do this and it just colors it up. So let's do 3 of these. Normally I would let them sit a little bit longer than I am because we're together, so I want to make sure I get this done. But normally you could let it sit for a minute and it'll dry beautifully. And then you just want to take your putty end and place one here, and your putty end of your, take your pick tool and one here. And let's just put the 3rd one right there. There we go. And that's fabulous. I love that card. I hope you like it too. I also have another card that I wanted to show you. Let me just grab it. That I also love, that I made with a different donkey from the same set, and I just have him sitting on the thanks. And this is the same paper that I used here, but I used it in all the colors that it comes with. So that's it. That's it for our card today. Let me clean this up just for a second. There we go. Please feel free to go to my website at www.stampingfunwithdonna.com. Let me know what you think. You can give me a thumbs up on this video. I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment below, and out of all the comments that I get over the next week, I'm going to choose a winner to get this card. So please make sure to leave a comment, and thank you so much for spending some time with me. See you next time. Bye.